Title: Shattered Trusts and Tangled Vengeance. General Hospital's power struggles erupt. Port Charles is no stranger to emotional warfare, but in the latest explosive unraveling of alliances, one betrayal hits harder than the rest, exposing not only secrets long buried, but igniting a powder keg of fury, legal threats, and broken relationships that may never be mended. At the center of it all lies Rick Lansing, a man whose ambition has once again outpaced his morality, and whose actions are spiraling dangerously out of control. What begins as a murmur of suspicion quickly escalates into full-blown confrontation when the truth about a car accident resurfaces, dredging up a chain of treachery that leaves more than one woman on the warpath. The revelation that Rick orchestrated the tampering of a vehicle's brake line, nearly killing not one but two women, sends shockwaves through the city. But even more disturbing is who Rick used as his scapegoat. By blackmailing Alexis Davis into silence, threatening to expose her daughter Christina as the supposed saboteur, Rick not only manipulates a grieving mother but gambles recklessly with the life of a teenage girl. The woman who learns the truth is not the one Rick expected to face so soon. When she uncovers Rick's dangerous ploy and his ruthless extortion of Alexis, her fury is immediate and volcanic. There are betrayals, and then there is this, a violation so personal, so vile, that she is left trembling with rage. Not only did Rick endanger innocent lives, but he also withheld the truth, allowing guilt, fear, and suspicion to fester among the very people he pretended to protect. Rick's victim-turned-avenger confronts him head-on with a chilling ultimatum: return the money or face a lawsuit that will rip apart whatever professional and personal credibility he still clings to. The threat isn't idle. With the weight of evidence and public sympathy on her side, she makes it clear she's prepared to go scorched earth. The lawsuit would not only expose Rick's deception but drag his reputation into the mud, ensuring that he is left with nothing but ashes where his ambitions once burned. And yet the true devastation isn't measured in legal filings or bank transfers, it's in the emotional toll of this collapse. Whatever bonds once tied her to Rick, whether professional, romantic, or political, are now severed. In a decisive move, she cuts ties with him completely, refusing to offer any path to redemption. The betrayal is simply too deep, too corrosive, to forgive. In one harrowing moment, Rick becomes not just a manipulator or criminal, but a pariah. But this storm doesn't rage in isolation. Elsewhere in Port Charles, another power player finds herself in a different kind of crisis. Tracy Quartermaine, a woman who has spent decades mastering the art of survival, is suddenly cornered. By whom and for what remains a carefully guarded mystery, but the tension surrounding her is undeniable. Whether it's a threat from within the family or an external force aiming to dismantle the Quartermaine legacy, Tracy is facing a challenge unlike any she has encountered before. Her usual tactics, wit, wealth, and wielded power, may not be enough this time. While Rick scrambles to regain control of a situation that's crumbling beneath him, Tracy is forced into uncomfortable vulnerability. Her enemies, smelling blood in the water, close in. And yet, if history has taught Port Charles anything, it's that Tracy should never be underestimated. What looks like a corner to some may simply be a pause before she strikes back harder than ever. The juxtaposition of these two imploding narratives, Rick's self-destruction through greed and deception, and Tress's silent but escalating crisis, forms a dark mirror reflecting the very soul of Port Charles. In a city where loyalty can shift with the wind and justice is rarely black and white, the consequences of betrayal echo louder than courtroom verdicts. As the legal threats against Rick intensify, and as Tress's situation grows more dire, the stage is set for collisions that will reverberate through every social and political layer of the town. Will Rick try to outmaneuver the lawsuit with another underhanded move, or will his guilt finally catch up with him? Can Tracy find a new ally before she's swallowed by the very machinations she once controlled? The answers may not come quickly, but one thing is certain: trust in Port Charles is a fragile currency, and once spent on lies, it cannot be earned back. As old alliances crumble and new tensions rise, General Hospital reminds us once again that behind every polished smile, there is often a secret, and behind every secret, a storm waiting to break.